Man, what's up, family? Hope all is good. I'm having a great week. I got a whole list of new TikTok videos for us to sit down and watch. If this is your first time, I'd like to say welcome. If this is your returning time, man, welcome back, man. Thanks for tuning in. As you know, we like to sit back and judge these TikTok videos and wonder if they're fake or false, fake or real. You know, 9 times out of 10, they may be capped. Let's keep it funky. But I enjoy them. Kicking time with y'all, with the fam, hanging out, chilling, and critiquing. So with that being said, let's get this thing started. Start with video 1.
Check this thing out at night. Notice how the lights on the lens of the camera, look what they're doing. Obviously, you did not see that with the naked eye. That's interesting.
I don't know if that's just flare from the light, from the camera, from the lens. That's the glare, right? Wouldn't you think? I don't think anything creepy about that. I don't know about no portal. Nah, come at me, Cap.
The CIA declassified a book that basically says all of humanity will soon face a global cataclysm. So the book is called The Adam and Eve Story. It's been around for a while, but the fact that it was classified until 2013 makes you wonder, what were they hiding?
Wait, the CIA
Find
classified
the
a
book,
book
'cause
that
I
says
don't know.
humanity's about to be wiped out.
Yeah, and the craziest part is the events outlined in this book actually give really reasonable explanations
Okay,
for some
logic.
of history's greatest mysteries.
Cool,
If you don't
cool.
know, I'm talking about things like the lost city of Atlantis, the mysteries of Antarctica, Stonehenge,
Right.
Easter Island, these things that just don't seem to add up with what we know about history.
So, how does
Oh,
this
sure.
book explain all that?
Well, it ties back to ancient cataclysms. Like every major religion and ancient folklore has a story of a global catastrophe that resets civilization. So you've got Noah's Ark, the Sumerians with the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Mayans talking about a great flood. All these
Right.
cultures, thousands of miles apart, telling essentially the same story, and none of them would have had any contact with each other.
That's insane. And they all have a version of this?
Exactly, and it doesn't stop
How
there.
true is
The
this
even
book? Now we
suggests
gotta
that
look
these
into it.
Ancient structures, like the pyramids, were built by a previous advanced civilization. All these cultures talk about some greater being coming down to
Yes.
build them. None of them take credit for it themselves. And think about it. If you built something as incredible as the pyramids, wouldn't you want to brag about it? But these civilizations passed down remnants of their knowledge to the Stone Age that followed them. And what really trips me out is that this book was dismissed as pseudoscience for so long, but as we've seen, the line between pseudoscience and real science is just a matter of time.
So why did the CIA classify it?
And that's the question. Were they trying to hide something from us?
So let's think about it. Were they trying to hide something? I mean, we have to look into the book, man. To be honest, I don't know if that's cap or fiction, but I do know a lot of religions do mimic each other and have a lot of similarities. So let's just take a broad look at that subject matter. That may not be cap. That may be real. We have to see.
They mixed in with the human DNA the Goetian demons.
The which demons?
The 72 Goetian demons, if you
Could you
want to
explain
go
what
there.
they are?
The hell?
Yeah. They would be the princes and dukes of hell. What we would call hell. Hell, the actual word hell would be H is a gate. The letter H is the letter H is a gate.
Okay.
And ELL was Elohim, and that would be the fallen angels. So the gates of the fallen. Okay, so that's where they hang out, and they are very, very powerful, but they want to come up here and feel what we feel, because they can't feel what we feel. They can't feel what it feels like when you put some milk and sugar into your cup of tea and
they
sip
got
it.
bland taste
They can't
buds?
feel that feeling. And they can't feel the feeling when you lust after that girl that you looked down the street at. They can't feel that.
So they have no
I've
feelings.
read every
All right.
fucking theory on how they built those pyramids.
For
the
sure.
Great Pyramid of Giza has
Joe, tell me.
2,300,000 stones in it.
God damn.
Some of them they weigh between 2 and 80 tons.
Okay.
Some of them are cut from a quarry that's hundreds of miles away. These things point. That pyramid is shaped perfectly. Like if you fucked up like a quarter inch there, a half inch here, by the time you get to the top, that thing's a mess. But meanwhile, it's not. It's perfect. It's also perfectly aligned to true north, south, east, and west. And they're not really sure how old it is. They think it's they date it to 2,500 BC. But that's just because of organic particles that they pulled from inside stones. But they also say that they probably could have sealed those stones and resealed those stones over time. You're dealing with like a gigantic mystery of unfathomable
that's real.
proportions.
That's real talk.
I want to see if anybody else remembers this. When COVID started here in the U.S.,
Okay.
there was this guy that had millions of followers throughout all these platforms, and he deleted all of his other platforms except for TikTok, and he made like a series of videos apologizing to his fans and like pretty much telling them to be prepared from what happens now when COVID started to 2026. I came across his page when I had COVID the very first time, and I was out of commission for like a month and a half because I was so sick, so I had time to watch all his videos. There was like 70, 80 videos, and you can tell they were all made in the same day, so he was trying to hurry up and push out the information, and then he was gone. His last video, he was like sobbing, could barely even speak at that point. And he said that him, his wife, and his 3 kids were going to live off grid and disappear until 2029 when he will be able to come back and reveal who gave him this information and who his resources were. But he would refer to these people as uppers. In like the first 10 videos, he discusses how he got his social media platforms and that he was given fame and that his cousin was actually the one that was famous, and his cousin took him to an event and he latched on to someone that was in the uppers that's against famous people. So I guess like, in other words, a famous person that has a committee that's against the bad famous people. They latched on and became friends, and they gave him an assignment. They gave him social media platforms with millions of followers and told him to post for 2 months so he becomes a familiar face, and then to delete all his platforms and just stick with one platform that is popular in that time. And during that time and now, TikTok is the most popular platform. And I'm into conspiracies, and I only remember the ones that scare me. I know that's weird. But I remember watching all his videos, and I was terrified because the things he was saying made sense. And I almost made like a mental checklist. So anytime anything happens, I'm like, fuck, he said that. I kid you not, everything this man has said so far has happened, and I cannot find his videos. And I hope people remember him, because it was like a year straight people made fun of him, and then it just all stopped. And what brought this up today is I just watched a video of The Simpsons talking about the stars falling from the sky. And he made this comment that made no fucking sense to me. And he said, I want you guys to know that the stars are going to fall, but it's not the ones that are in the sky. It's the ones you look up to. In the back of my head, I said, the ones I look up to are the ones in the sky. Absolutely not. And now it makes sense after seeing that little clip. It blows my mind. If anybody remembers it and you can find a video, tag me in it so I can have proof. But also I want to rewatch his videos because holy shit, like mind blown.
Okay.
In Antarctica.
We don't know who that guy is or what page that is, because I have never seen anything like that. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be, I don't know if it's, I'm going to go with the cap.
Explorer who lives at the edge of the Earth not only saw everything with his own eyes, but also managed to secretly film the dome supports and other strange things. His video will follow, but first I will voice his story. I was part of the 47th closed Antarctic expedition in 2002. When I was included in a research group that was heading inland, the driver of their car got sick, and I replaced him. Before starting the trip, the head of the expedition instructed me and forced me to sign a non-disclosure
I think I've
agreement.
seen this before.
He told me to forget everything I was taught in school, that the Earth is a sphere. It is flat as your frying pan, and we are on the edge of it. Everything is covered with a dome. Don't tell anyone about what you'll see there in the ice. We were also prohibited from taking photos or making videos there.
Yeah,
We drove
I've seen
south
this
for
before.
6 days until we reached a wide river with unfrozen water. The head of the group forbade touching the water, saying that there was radiation. But what was on the other side of the river gave me goosebumps. There was a massive metal support about 2 kilometers high. The leader said that such supports are installed around the Earth every 53 kilometers. Supporting the dome. What dome? I asked. Watch carefully, he said. Indeed, if you look closely, you can see that the sky looks like glass or blue plastic. And from time to time, fireballs flew by, rapidly soaring up the surface of the dome. I pretended to go to the toilet and slid behind an ice floe. I started shooting on an old hidden mobile phone. However, the phone was old and the camera was bad. This is what I managed to capture.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Don't know about that, champ. I don't know. I think I've seen, like I said, I think I've seen this before. I don't know where I've seen it before, but I've heard of this. Interesting.
Now skeptics probably can't wait to print comments.
Oh, it's a fake, an old phone, a bad camera. But there is one catch.
I would have thought the same thing if I hadn't stumbled across the following video. This video was shot from the same angle, from the same river, but not on an old phone and not in 2002. It was in 2017, and the quality is excellent.
Okay. Right.
2 videos from different sources. Of course, they could all fantasize, but the most curious thing is that they all fantasize the same way. An Antarctic
Hi guys, there's not really too much to say about this because the picture speaks 1,000 words, but these are being found by embalmers and funeral directors in dead bodies, and they've only been discovered since the rollout of the poke in the arm that we were told was safe and effective, and
back to back,
quite so safe and effective. Let me know in the comments what you think this is. Is it any surprise that people are coming down with blood clots, things like that, when these things are in people's bodies? So I'm just here reporting the truth. Make of it what you will.
I say cap. What? Wow.
What kind of joke is that?
That's not funny at all.
It seems to be the theme with all these young stars.
I may end up running off with you myself, you know.
That's what Steven says.
It's Steven Spielberg?
Yeah. Hi, Steven, I love you.
I see the weirdness. That's highly weird for you right there, son.
Those Hollywood parties.
Well, I've grown up very fast, and it's not very normal to see a 9-year-old at a big Hollywood party drinking.
You heard that right. At 9 years old, she was at Hollywood parties getting drunk. And it's crazy how it's such a common theme for these childhood stars to get
they have them grow up early, fast. There we go.
Would you believe me if I told you that right now I live next door to a group of billionaires who are celebrating summer solstice with a group of celebrities? Today, I want to talk to you if you are a conspiracy theorist and you understand symbolism. I want to be very careful how I say things in this video. So TikTok, this is going to be for entertainment purposes only. Yesterday, I went to see my parents and they said, did you know that Lionel Richie was in town? And I'm like, why would Lionel Richie come to where I live? I live in the middle of PA, nowhere special. My county is one of the poorest counties in the state. However, we do have a group of billionaires that live here. And to understand why they had the celebrities here to do the summer solstice, you'd have to understand how they got here first. I'm not a fast talker. Stay with me. I may have to do this in 2 parts. Today, we're going to talk about a group of billionaires named the Hardys. Now, TikTok was giving me some crap earlier about the number of pixels in my uploads, so you're going to see a lot of screenshots. I apologize. But this man is Mr. Joe Hardy, and he is the founder of 84 Lumber. 84 Lumber is a global company. There are 84s all over the world, and he started it himself. At a young age, he started it here in Pennsylvania in a town called 84, PA. The first 84 is still there. In 1984, he came and he bought up a bunch of property here in the county that I live, which is about an hour from 84, PA, and he built a mansion. And this is what it looks like. It's called Nemacolin. And if you're wondering why it looks familiar, it's because they filmed a season of The Bachelor.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I watch TV too much. I don't watch The Bachelor though.
To spend the night, to swim, to go to the spa, to go to dinner. They have a casino. They have horseback riding. They had ski slopes for a while as well.
Damn.
And they would always put up a big show for Christmas and put out lights. Now it's no longer open freely to the public like that. You have to buy a membership. But Mr. Hardy
100K a
came
year.
From a different place, and so he allowed just anybody to come there. When he semi-retired, he left everything over to his daughter. This is her, Maggie Hardy. Her first marriage was to a man with the last name McGurko, so she was known as Maggie Hardy McGurko. That marriage produced 1 child, and their son's name is PJ. Several years ago, she got remarried to a man from Colorado. I do not know his name. I don't know much about him. I just know that she and he have been spending a lot of time traveling and enjoying their lives together. And I've met Maggie. I want to say this to be fair. I have met her. She was very pleasant. You wouldn't have known that she was worth billions of dollars. I also met Mr. Hardy. He always had a cigar in his mouth. He was very friendly as well. Now, this is PJ, her son. And
what's wrong with him?
She decided a few years ago, after she got remarried, that she was going to sort of be semi-retired as well. PJ came into the picture to start taking over. This is not a child that had a normal life like you and I. He went to really prestigious schools, and then when he graduated, he went to one of the most prestigious colleges in the United States for the arts. And this was them congratulating him on his graduation from that college. Let me show you some of the alumni that also went there. This was called the Tisch School of the Arts. Notable alumni: Elizabeth Olsen, Philip Seymour Hoffman, James Franco, Billy Crystal, Morgan Spurlock, M. Night Shyamalan, Martin Scorsese, Aubrey Plaza,
Martin Scorsese,
Lady Gaga, Kirsten Bell, Spike Lee, Adam Sandler, and Alec Baldwin.
Wow, a lot of
PJ
famous
is very
people.
Open and proud about his sexuality. He is openly gay, and this man was at that time
That's
on the
cool.
left, his fiance.
Don't care.
They announced that they were engaged and getting married, and that they were going to hold their wedding at the Nemacolin Castle. And they did, and I want to show you the first of many videos that they put out to
like a
show
Harry Potter
what
theme.
happened at their wedding. The theme was Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, Alice in
They had
Wonderland.
A lot of different things going on.
My
I
bad.
believe it was Deepak Chopra that officiated it. His daughter came, the one that's married to one of the Jonas Brothers. I know they were there. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to show you the video. We're going to talk for a minute, and then I'm going to go to part 2.
All right.
Let us join in prayer.
Man, how y'all get that man video?
Out of this whole world,
What in the
two
world?
souls have found each other. Their destinies shall now be woven
I mean,
into one design.
can we be the most
And their
nosiest?
perils and joys shall not be known to be apart.
All right. Boom, boom, bye.
Opportunities for growth, for lifting your lives to their highest potential, for healing every false thought.
All right.
or small
You
idea
right. That's what a billionaire has
about
money
yourself.
just to do, you know.
For ultimate reunion with the divine through the communion of your two souls.
That's cool. Man, that's like some kind of TV show wedding, man. My goodness.
I give you my deepest friendship and love, that I will always seek to see the light of divinity within you, and seek always to find the light of divinity within me, in whatever moments of darkness may come. It is my intention to be with you forever.
Congratulations.
I don't know if you noticed the Alice in Wonderland theme, the tarot cards. There was
I saw all that.
Eastern philosophy and
for
religion
sure
intertwined in that. Again, I don't know symbolism, but for the sake of time, we will end it here and go to part 2, where
we got to
I will
find
show
part
you
2 because
everything
this,
that's
unless
going
it
on right
hooked
now
us up
for
and
the summer solstice
put
party.
the part 2 behind.
There are people living inside of the Earth. It's true. New information from NASA states that there is a large ocean beneath the Earth's crust.
I think I've seen this one too.
After scientists detected movement
But
below
for those of
the
y'all who
surface.
never seen it, let's take a
Around
look at
500
it.
miles below, a large supply of water has been found stored in a rock named ringwoodite. But it gets even crazier. Scientists say that this rock is so huge that it contains 3 times the amount of water on the Earth's surface.
What
This
scientists
causes
that
many to
hold?
believe that there is more down there than we originally thought.
Come on,
Possibly
really?
even civilizations.
Oh, hell no.
While the news of this discovery was over 10 years ago, it was never talked about. Is the government hiding this information from us? What do you think?
Y'all, I am
Cap.
freaking out right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now.
All right,
Hold
just
on real
listen
quick.
to her.
I do not trust them. Just watch this real quick for me.
All right.
You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean because outer space is the ocean.
Now, what she just said just blew my mind. Now, there's a situation called the firmament. So we know
sure.
that water is all around us. And it is said that this dome divided the sea into upper and lower sections. You can't cancel this out because they still haven't discovered 80% of the sea. Early
what they
civilizations believed that the ocean and the stars above were linked. I mean, just look. Mayan, Norse, Hindu, Hebrew, all of them. Now, we already know what spacesuits look like, but they look exactly like sea suits. I know once in your life you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle. Planes and people going missing in the ocean. There are black holes in the ocean. And I just know once in your life you've heard about sea monsters. When you see a comet, it looks like a boat soaring through water. What if these unexplained species in the ocean are actually aliens? If y'all have ever watched this movie Underwater, they went too deep and found the creature that don't even look like it's supposed to be from this earth. Or could it have just been a creature from space? Now, you can say what you want, but I bet you we are not the only beings, only species, only creatures that are in this universe. It's just ironic that when they return to Earth, they're on water. I mean, I know I'm not tripping. And I know y'all heard of mermaids. So many unexplained things in the ocean.
Sirens,
They're
they
making
call
more
it out
discoveries in space. Not really putting too much money or caring about what's going on the planet. Why? Because this sea stuff might have a lot of connections to space. And they not telling us. Y'all be safe, and I know I'm not the only person who feel this way.
I mean, I know you're not, but just saying.
We all would like to about the truth behind the times of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And I'm about to
That's the
tell
time
you
I go to bed.
exactly what the fuck be going on.
What's going on?
Let's get into it. Basically, during this time, the veil between our realm and the other higher realms of existence is thinnest at this point, right? Everybody's been told that. But did you know
Okay.
that at this point in your time, if you get woken up, it's called the ambrosial hour. And it's actually a huge energetic boost for all of us that naturally
What?
we wake up during the night. Sometimes when our soul, aka our higher self, wants us to use this energy to be in the creator mode of this reality. So if you ever played Minecraft,
Is that why I do my videos at night?
it's actually a
Who
great
knows?
time for you to be in the purgatory. You're not dead, you're not alive, but you're on the other side. Because did you not know, friend, that everything that we're doing is a dream right now? Yes! Even when we go to sleep, We think we're sleeping. We're not sleeping. We're actually just back in our original state of nothingness, and we're without a body, so we're without having a human experience, and we are just experiencing life without this vessel. And that's what happens when we're asleep. But when we wake up during those times, we are still in that state because your brain is the map and the gateway to consciousness.
Now this is
okay, cool. That's what's
I'm
up.
not sure if it's true or not, but there's a theory going around. It's more like a religious theory. I saw a TikTok video where a preacher was talking, and he spoke about something very interesting idea. What if God is actually water? Think about it for us.
What if water is God?
Then that would mean God is both in us and all around us. And God is both above and below us. Why a woman's water breaks when we're born.
But there's more. We often say that God is everything.
That's what
if
they
that's
tell me.
True, then everything around us would be what? Water. There's water in the air even though we can't see it.
Facts.
There's water inside you, inside me,
Facts.
and in every living thing. Now
True.
consider places where water is scarce, like deserts or wastelands. What do you usually find there? Death, because of the lack of water, and it's scorching, like hell. Here's something else. In the Bible, when Jesus was tempted by the devil, where was he? In the desert. He was searching for water.
And that's a wrap, ladies and gents. Now it's your turn. I hope you was taking notes. Go ahead and flood those comment boxes on what you thought was real and what you thought was fake. And if you haven't already, smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure the notification's on, so next week when I drop this next video, we can go ahead and compare notes on which one you thought was real, what you thought was fake. You feel me? But until next time, I'll talk to y'all then. Peace.